Hello, family, friends. Jermaine Griggs here. Welcome to another broadcast of mine. I go live every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. if you're in California on the West Coast, 6 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. And I just go with a topic of inspiration, motivation, personal development, self-improvement. I read a lot and I just share my thoughts out loud, impromptu as they come to me. And today will be no exception. So come on in. And if you've been with me before, you know the ritual. You got to hit like and love. Give me some love and let Facebook know they need to put this video on many a timeline. And they only do that when you all interact with me. So thank you in advance for your shares, your invites, your likes, your loves. Hey, Ayana, I see you in the house. Larry, thank you for your share. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Don't be shy. I want to talk about this topic really quickly. Setting aside time for this will change your life, and it changed my life, right? And before I tell you what that is, I want to set it up with a short little story about this farmer who had lost his prized gold watch. And it wasn't just an expensive watch, you know, whatever, but it was a sentimental watch because it was given to him by someone very special to him. Oh, I see the likes and loves. They're kind of late today. Come on. The few that are here, click it like you done lost your mind. I'm telling you, it'll get this video out. But this farmer, right, he lost his watch. And he couldn't find it among the hay, right, amongst the hay. Just so much hay and stuff in the barnyard, he gave up until there were some kids running about, and he enticed them to come and help him to find the gold watch. So all the kids got in the hay and they tried to find it, and no one could do it, right? And he got discouraged and he almost gave up until one kid came to him and said, "Hey, Mr. Farmer, will you give me one more chance to try to find this gold watch?" And the farmer said, "Well, go ahead, but many have tried. I've tried. Tons of kids have tried." And so this is what the boy did. He came out in 20 minutes. He had found a watch, right? And the farmer is baffled. Like, how did you find this watch in 20 minutes? And the boy said, "Easy." He said, "I got quiet. I got silent. And I listened for a ticking sound, right? Mechanical watch. Tick, tick. I got really silent. I listened. And I just went where I heard sound. And soon I had uncovered the watch. And here it is, Mr. Farmer." And the farmer was elated. And that's my message. This one thing will change your life. And I know I always talk about motion, but life is about balance, right? So anytime you get one philosophy, I want you to also think that things in this world come in twos. Everything comes in twos. Gender can't even have a battery, positive, negative, right? They call it the law of polarity, the law of duality. Everything comes in twos. So yes, I believe success is attracted to motion, right? But you'll never see me preaching, work all day, every day, till you get tired and sick. Right? I'm not that type either, right? So I believe you need to be in motion. I believe if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, crawl, right? Do whatever you got to do, but be in motion. But there's also time that you got to set aside to be silent, like that boy, right? We're all looking for something, right? We're all looking for guidance. We're all looking for direction. We're looking for that meaning. We're looking for that thing to make us tick, right? Like that watch. And sometimes to find it, you got to go what seems like backwards, right? Not in motion sometimes, to fuel yourself to find out the direction that you need to be going in to find what it is that you need. So the boy got silent. He listened for the watch. He listened for the ticking and the talking, and that allowed him to move in the direction to find the treasure, to find the thing that he was looking for. And that's what I call what I read in the book, The Compound Effect. It's called the bookend effect, right? And there should be a time set aside in your day, and they call it the bookends because the beginning of your day and the end of your day, like the middle of your day can be crazy, grind, like they say, get in motion, do what you got to do, but have some time in the beginning of the day for silence, meditation, prayer, and simple listening. Right? And it's powerful to do it in a time where everybody is asleep. I'm telling you, some magical things happen in the early morning. I see you in the house, Kevin. Kevin probably agrees with me, man. He's a deep brother. But tell him, Kevin, early in the morning, if you're like me, my kids are crazy. If you've seen them, my kids are, and I thank God for energetic, dynamic, loud, crazy kids. And that they are. So trying to meditate midday when my kids are home, it's going to be interrupted. I'm just telling you that. I don't care how much I threaten them, it's going to be interrupted. But you get up at 5, you learn to get up at 4:30, and yes, it takes some planning the night before. You can't be up watching that 10, 11 p.m. hour, showtime. You got to get in the bed so you can be up at a time at 5 where it's silent. And you can sit in a quiet space. And for 20 minutes, I'm telling you, just breathe. And what you're doing, you're just focusing on the air coming in your nose and out your mouth. And you're really not trying to think about anything. But it sounds so simple, but it's so hard. Because what's going to happen, you're sitting there with your eyes closed, you're breathing. A bill that you got due today is going to come in your zap it. You're trying to get away from that. I'm not trying to think about what's due today. I'm just trying to be. And I'm telling you, in that silence, you come out of that silence, right? And then you take note of what your brain feels like. Because, see, to receive, you got to empty, right? If you're doing, motion, yes, you're going to find something if you're just in motion, right? But people are running around with their heads cut off in a sense as well, right? Not knowing what direction to go in. So when you take time, sometimes it seems like you're going a few steps backwards, but when you take that time to just be and you try to empty this thing, and now it's empty. Now it can be filled with new ideas and direction, and it can be filled with vision and clarity. And I'm telling you, I used to be, I keep telling y'all, in my 20s, I was go. You couldn't tell me anything. And sure, I can speak on both sides. I'm never going to tell you one thing. I'm going to leave it up to you. First of all, I'm telling you both sides of it. You got crazy busyness, motion. Y'all East Coast folks, I'm a West Coaster. We more laid back. I can say that. East Coast, I went to New York, visited some friends. It's like, go, Subway, I'm on the grind. I couldn't keep up. I'm an introvert, y'all. I have to go back. I just had to be. I had to breathe, right? And people are like that. But with that, because things come in twos, duality, to what extreme you are this way, you got to figure out how to be that extreme the other way. Or that's going to lead to burnout. That's going to lead to despair. You're going to be like, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable to be that extreme in one direction. Imagine if the batteries came with 2 positive ends. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen a battery with the same ends. The engineers have figured out that you've got to have opposites, polarity, and the same is true. So that's the message. This one thing will change your life. The middle of the day, I'll let you figure that out. How to be productive in the middle of the day, that's a whole nother topic. But if we can get the beginning of our day right, meditation, prayer, direction, figure out after you come out of that, you will have clarity of mind, you will feel good, you will feel calm, right? Time to breathe, drink some water, and we call that a ritual. What's your morning ritual? A good morning ritual when everything is quiet and silence will change your life, because the rest of your day, you will feel like that day just comes together that much more productively. You will have clarity, you will have mission. That day won't fall apart, especially maybe you don't work a 9 to 5, but you have command over your own schedule, right? But a lot of us that do have commands over our own schedule, it's a gift and a curse. Somebody say amen to that, because the gift is, yes, I can have freedom to do what I need to do during the day, but the curse is I look up and it's 3 o'clock. I'm like, I got to get on Facebook Live. I ain't done nothing today. Now, thank God I went to the gym, but your day can get away from you as well. So a good ritual will set you up. And I know when I'm at my best, I've got my ritual in the morning. I do my workout early after that, and then I can get to work and I can hammer out everything that I need in 3 to 4 hours instead of sitting there with my head cut off, being interrupted, procrastinating, jumping from one thing to another, distracted, social media here. You look up, you done been there 10 hours, might as well been hanging out with your kids if you're going to be in front of the computer 10 hours with nothing to show for it, right? So a good ritual. Now, on the other end, why they call it the bookends, is you got to have something that sends you to bed productively. People think sleep is just that thing you just fall asleep. No. Sleep is where you recover, even in the gym sense. I've been in here. I saw y'all saying I was getting skinny. Kevin said, brother, it looks like you leaning out. Well, Kevin, I'm back to 207. I'm not leaning out no more. right? But what comes with that, you got to be able to recover. But now, if you think you got to recover in the physical sense, think about the mental sense. The mental is always harder than the physical, right? Physical is easy. Mental is hard. Right? So you got to send yourself to sleep. If you watch a scary, nightmarish movie, some trunk foolery, that's what I call foolishness, and then you go to bed, you're probably going to dream about it and you're not even going to remember, and you're inviting negative thoughts into your subconscious in the moment of your day where you are most receptive to it. Like as you're falling asleep, that's the best way. It's a gift and a curse as well, because that's the best way to get information in. So I might listen to something as I'm dozing off. Yeah, I might not be like totally getting it, but if I'm dozing off, like Audible, you can set it up with a 30-minute timer, which means you can have a book reading to you as you dozing off, and then your phone will turn off in 30 minutes. That get something positive. If you're biblical, have the Bible reading to you. If you want to read something motivational, inspirational, have it reading to you. Fall asleep to that. And then tell me what you dream about. And you ain't going to still remember it. But I'm telling you, your subconscious is picking up on that stuff. Because most of the stuff that we pick up and the way we are, it's not the stuff that we are conscious of. It's the stuff that seeps in over time and the conditioning that seeps in that gets deeply rooted. And we don't even know why we are. We don't even know why certain people get on our nerves. We don't even know why we're nervous, but we're confident in this other situation. We can't even begin to understand what the subconscious is going through. But we can do some things on that ladder bookend to help, right? And then you wake up, you got a really good night's sleep. And so make sure the nighttime, you journaling, reflection, meditation at night as well, prayer at night, things like that. Go to bed, now you have a nice, calm, stress-free, 8 hours of sleep. You can wake up, do your ritual all over again, and that's it. And I believe, my opinion, that will change your life, because it's changed my life. And that's the message. Just try it. Don't believe me. Don't take what I say as gold or truth. Try it yourself, and you let me know. You let me know if it helps. If it doesn't, well, throw it out. But if it does, you've got a strategy, right, to help direct your day, and you can be more productive. That's the message. Who is in the house with me today? Linda, I see you. Linda from Atlanta. See you. Thank you all for sharing this. Trisha, she says, right, I don't watch horror movies. I don't either, Trisha. Well, I mean, every once in a while, but I'm not a fan. And I'm definitely not going to do it at night on my way to sleep. Patricia says, yes. Richie, amen, my brother. Alvin in the house. Jason says, so true. I meditated this morning and I'm having a great day in sales as well as happiness. There you go, Jason. You know, sometimes I wonder, it's called being in flow, right? You could be in seasons of your life that whatever you do, it just turns to gold. Have you ever been, you can't even explain it. You know, your sales are good. You winning awards. You at the top. Even if you're in a sales department, it's like everything's flowing. And it's not all because of your performance during the day. There's some other stuff working, but it's stuff that you're doing to set up that environment and those blessings, right? And then there's times where, I mean, everything you do, you can't win a break. You can't fall into a break. You can't accidentally stuck. I mean, it's just not working, and it's the opposite of flow. Right, so we can direct these things, and flow is, I mean, when you just got it and you're in it, and when you're not, trouble don't last always either. But just understand the season you're in, and whether it's a good season or whether it's a dry season, right? Learn to keep these your rituals and things the same, right? People are happy when things are going good, but what is your ritual? What is your prayer or meditation, and what is your reading, and what does it look like when things are going bad? Right? Consistency. Richie says, I meditate in the morning and last thing at night. Yoga helps as well. There you go, Richie. Richie from the UK. That's where it's at. I wish I can share this with the world. Right? People think meditation is some crazy thing, especially if they're not familiar with it, right? Or if you're one religion, they think it's another religion. It's not. Just learn to be quiet. I'm not talking about sleeping. I'm talking about being in a conscious but But in between, you know, you got like, you're in between, your brain waves are slowing down, and you're just in this in-between zone that you learn to control your mind. It's powerful. Alvin says, you are so right. We have to be quiet to hear God. I must say, your coaching has really been great this week. I feel like you need to send me an invoice. No invoice coming your way or anybody's way. Just pass it forward, you know. Just hit that like and love button without me asking. Just hit that share button every day, you know. That's how you can thank me. And I see him coming in, so thank you all. Jason, Kevin, mornings. It's the only time of day all of creation witnesses the power of the Creator if they only listen. That's right. I told y'all he was deep. Kevin, thank you for that insight. Yes, the morning, there's something magical about morning and middle of night, wherever you are. Larry says, I'm going through the process now, working so much, I decided to make some time for myself and my family. That's right. On the airline, they said, secure your mask first, even before helping your toddler, even before helping your infant. How does that work? I feel selfish. Why did the airlines, they fly hundreds of millions of people and they tell you to put your mask on first? No, surely I got to reach over and I got to put everybody else's mask on first. But what's going to happen is while that cabin is depressurizing, you over there trying to reach down there, and guess what? You losing consciousness. You reaching up. Soon you ain't helped anybody, nor have you helped yourself. And now you're all in trouble. Put your mask on first. Now, it's flowing. You got sense and consciousness and awareness. Now I can help my family. I can help my kids. Right? People got that backwards. What's up, Jay? Justin, I see you in the house. Justin and Kevin. To what do I owe these blessings today? To have such an all-star cast in the house. Emily, awesome word. Thank you, Emily. Alvin, thank you all for being here. I'm going to get out of here. And thank you for being with me, even when I heard one of my good friends, he did a lesson on appearance. I missed that lesson. If I'm building a brand or anything, I don't got that lesson. You're not with me because I'm the best. You know, I come to you every day, rain, sunshine, sleet, snow. We don't get that in California, workout or not. So that's me. I'm not doing all that. But thank you for coming with me every day at 3 p.m. Monday through Fridays. Will you come back tomorrow? Will you like this? Will you share this? Will you invite your family and friends on? And let's keep this positivity moving forward. Like I said, I just think out loud, and I have a mind and a yearning to share this. It's what I've been doing all my life. Facebook is just a new vehicle. It's just the vehicle, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna put up some of my 12-year-old videos. This ain't new, y'all. This ain't new. My grandparents just gave me about 10 tapes from my birthday, and it was from 1995, 1993. This ain't new. We just didn't have Facebook back then. But let the youth of my community tell you what was going on back then. So we just doing it right now. Please, can you share this with some people? And let's keep this message going. Thank you all for being here. And remember the things we talked about today. Silence. Silent and listening are the same. They say prayer is talking to God. They say meditation is listening. Consider that, right? People, they pray, but all they do is talk. It's actually a selfish relationship. In what relationship do you know anytime you commune with somebody, you're the only one talking? Try that with your spouse. Right? Listen. Quiet. Time to be alone. That's where the true insight comes. And then, yes, when you're grinding, when you're in motion, I'm telling you, you will be there with a totally different place than the next man or woman. You will be there with a totally different clarity than the next man or woman. You will be there with a totally different purpose than the next man or woman. Grind, sure. Work, sure. Motion, sure. But step back a few, like that slingshot. It doesn't just go forward. It needs to pull back in order to gain, whatever the physics. I'm not a physician. Physics. I done messed up at the end. Physics. What do you call them? Physics. Physicists. There you go. Right? Something about motion. You got to go backwards in order to go forward. So just remember that. God bless you. Take care, Facebook. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.